All right, viewers, you're welcome to another wonderful time with sport, with another episode with Sport Time with Global Entertainment News, where we give you the gist how it happens all around the world of sports. I still remain that your host, Ogu Stephen. All right, moving up to our top story for you today. Premier League urges clubs to allow dressing room filming and in-game interviews. The Premier League has asked clubs to give broadcasters the right to film inside the dressing room or conduct in-game player interviews during live coverage from next season. A new domestic TV deal worth €6.7 billion over 4 years begins in August, and Sky Sports and TNT Sports would want more for their money, with the league supporting their demands. The league is understood to be consulting with clubs over enhanced access to right holders and wants an arrangement before its AGM next month. Some clubs are more open to allowing broadcasters to film in their dressing room, with certain managers resistant to letting cameras into their what they regard as inner sanctum. Alright, I think this is actually it's going to be a very good development, bringing in cameras into the dressing room. So at least those watching from home, viewers watching from home, will be able to see the kind of the spirit the players have to come into the next, probably the second half or beginning of the game. It's actually so many. I think so many fans have been agitating for that already, and I think this is actually a very good step for the Premier League to be involving this next season. All right, moving on to our next story for you today. Derby Hall sees off the Garden as Chelsea reach Conference League final. Chelsea's status as London prime European trophy hunters remain inarguable. Winning this season Conference League would add to their two European Cups, Copa League, and having twice been winners of the old Cup Winners' Cup. If UEFA minor competition is not meant for global super clubs, more clubs such as Garden swept aside easily over two legs, Blues fans can look forward to an eighth European final, having won 6 of 7. Progress to the Wonder final came on a night without tension but filled with atmosphere, mostly coming from the visiting Swedish. I think this is actually is a good one for Chelsea. Seeing Chelsea having struggling in the league and making it to the Conference League final. From the beginning of the league, so many people saw them as the contender, the favourite for the league. But without no doubt, Chelsea made it to the final, and we'll be hearing a lot. Winning that cup will be a record set by Chelsea to be the only club to win all three European Cup leagues. All right, moving up to our next story. Mount finds double sweeps Manchester United pass Atletico Bilbao into All English final. Mason Mount strike that seals Manchester United Europa League final paid with an subline as Ruben Amorim's team were slip hold until the substitute took charge. With 72 minutes gone, Leno Yoro prodded the ball to Mount, who, with the sweetest touch of his right instep, swiveled, then bent the equalizer past the helpless Jolan Agrazebala. A jubilant Mount ran to the exact Stamford end. Amorim punched on hands, and Atletico Bilbao were 4-1 down on aggregate. Wow, I think this is actually it's a good one for Manchester United, having a poor season at the league this season. Seeing them qualify to the Champions League is actually a very very big one for them, and we expect to see more in that final. I tell you, against Tottenham Hotspur. It's an all English final. We expect more things in that final. We can't actually go into that final and expect one person to get it for themselves. There are two English sides who are known for their tough time when it comes to traveling for finals. All right, moving up to our features for this week. We saw Bodo Glimt losing to Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur winning that aggregate of 5-1. We saw Manchester United edging Atletico Bilbao 4-1, going away 7-1 on aggregate. And the Champions League, we saw Boston um, losing to Sheffield United 3-0. In Europa Conference League, we saw Chelsea edging Dodger Garden 1-0 and wins 5-1 on aggregate. Fiorentina having a 2-2 draw in extra time, seeing Real Betis winning 4-3 on aggregate. On Champions League on Tuesday, we saw PSG edging Arsenal 2-1 and winning 3-1 on aggregate. On Tuesday, we saw uh, Inter Milan having 4-3 on that encounter and in the extra time against Barcelona, winning 7-6 on aggregate. Well, moving up to our features for this week. Today being Friday on the Bundesliga, I'll be seeing Wolfsburg against Hoffenheim. And in the Serie A, I'll be seeing AC Milan hosting Bologna. While in the La Liga, I'll be seeing Las Palmas hosting Rayo Vallecano. Moving to Saturday on the English Premier League, we'll be seeing Fulham hosting Everton. Ipswich will be hosting Brentford. Southampton will be hosting Manchester City. Both will be hosting Brighton. Bournemouth will be hosting Aston Villa. Moving on to the Bundesliga, where we're seeing Osaka hosting Freiburg. Union Berlin will be hosting Odenham. Bochum will be hosting Mainz. Werder Bremen will be hosting RB Leipzig, while Bayern Munich should be hosting Mönchengladbach. While moving up to Serie A, we're seeing Como hosting Cagliari, Lazio will be hosting Juventus, Empoli will be hosting Parma, and in the La Liga, so many games coming up this weekend. We're seeing Valencia hosting Getafe, Celta Vigo will be hosting Sevilla, Girona will be hosting Villarreal, Monaco will be hosting Mallorca will be hosting Valladolid, while Atletico Madrid will be hosting Real Sociedad. While moving on to League One, we'll be seeing Angers hosting Strasbourg, Austria will be hosting Nantes, Brest will be hosting Lille, Le Havre will be hosting Marseille, Monaco will be hosting Lyon, Montpellier will be hosting PSG, Reims will be hosting Saint-Étienne, while Rennes will be hosting Nice, while Toulouse will be hosting Lens. While moving up to Sunday and the English Premier League, we're seeing Newcastle hosting Chelsea and the early kickoff. Manchester United will be hosting West Ham, Nottingham Forest will be hosting Leicester, Tottenham Hotspur will be hosting Crystal Palace, Liverpool will be hosting Arsenal. In the Bundesliga, we're seeing Leverkusen hosting Dortmund, Frankfurt will be hosting St. Pauli, Stuttgart will be hosting Augsburg. Moving up to Serie A, Udinese hosting Monza, Verona will be hosting Leeds, Torino will be hosting Inter Milan, Napoli will be hosting Genoa. While moving up straight to La Liga, where we'll be seeing Leganes hosting Espanyol, Barcelona will be hosting Real Madrid in El Clasico this weekend. We'll be seeing Atletico Bilbao hosting Alaves, while Real Betis will be hosting Osasuna. All viewers have come to the end of today's program with Sport Time with Global Entertainment News. I still remain that your host, Ogu Stephen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms for more news and world of sports. For now, we say bye. Have a blessed day.